Well, welcome back to JJW Outdoors. Justin here. On today's video, I was going for a squirrel hunt today, but we're actually going to take a little bit of a break. I didn't get too much filming of this. I just wanted to go out for a little walk with the old puppy doggy again, just to check out some trails and just check out the area. But I wanted to take a little bit and cook some lunch with you. I want to show you a different way that not many people do it this way. This is going to be for more of a stop really fast, cook up a little bit of a meal, and head back onto the trail to go get us a squirrel. Super windy today, so we're going to keep the fire very low, calm, because we don't want to start any fires. It's gorgeous out here today. But yeah, let me show you a very cool way. We're actually going to do it right off the trail right over here. Let me show you a really cool way how to cook up some lunch in the woods. Let's do it. So like I said, I've been out here hunting for some squirrels. It's a little later in the day. Pierre and I are just out here having some fun. But got my bag, got that. All you need for this is a mini saw of this type, or you could actually use this thing as well. So this is actually my go-to right here. There is a saw on this as well, right there. I like this knife. This knife is really good. This works just as well. This is a little bit smaller. So you can see the difference. So I'm gonna show you, we'll cut one of each and just kind of show you the difference. You're also gonna need a young sapling if possible. The reason why you wanna use a young sapling is because they are alive. They still have water, moisture in them. So we're actually gonna cut a small section off of this right here. We're gonna use a very skinny one. We don't want nothing big. This branch right here. Now, from a big bundle like this, it's not gonna hurt the tree taking a young sapling off of it, just to let you know. So, since this is so close to the tree, I'm just gonna cut it off at an angle so I already have a spike to put in the ground. I cut it on an angle so I can drive that part in the ground. I'm gonna need about yay much because I want to drive it in the ground a little bit. So I'm gonna cut this off flush now. Okay, this side's flush. So now I want to come over here and I want to measure it out and I want to cut it at an angle. Okay, as you can see, I have one at an angle, two at an angle, and two flat tops. They're pretty close to the same. This is gonna work. We're gonna drive them in the ground about yay much. You are gonna want 4 or 3 of these, okay? I'm gonna cut 4 of them. I showed you that you can do that with good size saw like that. I'm also gonna show you can use this. So, I already have an end right there. I'm gonna measure it out again. I'm gonna cut it off clean. Now this saw doesn't do as good when it's a wetter material. It does better as a drier material. But we're gonna cut it off clean. Just like that. Get all the gunk out of our saw. That's why, is because it gunks up. The skinnier the teeth are together, the more for dead wood it'll be used. I'm gonna cut one more at an angle right here. Here we go. That's all we need, minus some fire tinders. Since this is such a small fire, you really don't need too thick of materials to start it, so we're just gonna use pine. Here's some stuff right here, nice and easy. That's gonna be our starting stuff, because you want thin, thicker, and thick. So now we're gonna cut some little bit thicker of stuff. There we go. And like I said, you don't need much. This is actually a little too much. for our lunch, we're gonna need some type of a cup, some water. I'm gonna be cooking this up. And I like to eat out of taco shells. That's what we have. First things first, we need to actually pound our sticks in the ground. So like I said, I already cut them as an angle, makes it easier. We're just gonna pound them in the ground just like so. Now you want to keep them fairly close together. Now that these are in the ground, you want to make sure your pot is going to stay. So my two on the back side is a little bit tall, so I'm actually going to hit them down. There we go. That is perfect. Now, clean off your sticks and your brush from around it, because you want to be as safe as you can be. Now, we're actually going to fill this middle up with little stuff. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take some twigs. I want to get a base layer first inside this. So this is I call it a 4-stick fire. People call it other stuff. I don't really know exactly. But now we're just feeding the sticks one way and feeding the sticks the other way. I'm going to fill this all the way up here soon, but we got to get fuel at the bottom first. So this stuff actually has fat wood in it. This one don't have a lot, but it does have a little bit. So right now, I just want to put a leaf down. I'm just gonna make some feather sticks, some very fine curls, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna pop them off. I'm gonna take this leaf then, and we're gonna put this leaf right in the middle, just like that, with our fine curls. And it is pine, so it should go up fairly decent, fairly easy. Pine has a lot of fat wood in it. Now that our fire is going, we are going to get a little bit of water in our cup. Measure out what you need. I'm gonna need about yay much. There we go. We're gonna put this right on our fire right away after I put the top on my water before I spill it. We're gonna put that right on our fire. Now what that's gonna do is it's just gonna start heating up. It's gonna start boiling it. And all we gotta do is just keep feeding the fire. So what this fire actually does is it allows the heat to start down here and go upwards. The sticks actually force it to go up. These are wet, like I said, so they are gonna smoke a little bit more, but it's actually gonna start boiling our water very, very fast. I gotta get some more sticks on this fire though. Like I said, this is definitely pretty windy. So this is just a good way to boil some water fast, make it nice and easy, nice and simple. See, windy. And it's actually a pretty safe fire. Hi buddy, what you thinking? What you thinking, huh? I love you. The water's almost boiling now. Pretty warm, which is good. But as you can see, it stays fairly decent. Like I said, it's super windy, so it's a little bit harder to do this. But it's going up, and that's what fire does, right? Heat rises. The reason why I wanted to do it this way is to show you that you don't have to go buy a twig stove. You don't have to go buy an alcohol stove to be able to do this out in the woods. You can just pound 4 stakes in the ground. You can even use tent stakes if you wanted to, metal tent stakes, and put that on. That'll be even better. So right now, if the sticks were pounded down a little bit more, I'd probably get more of a boil as well. The only reason why I left it up so high is because it's windy. I didn't know what it was gonna do. And I forgot gloves, so I wanna be able to grab it off of the top after it's done. But as you can see, it is definitely doing its job. It is boiling. The sticks have not burnt through. They're definitely getting black, but that is why you use alive sticks. It works better. We're gonna dump it right into our pot. There we go. Take our spoon, we're gonna stir it up. We're just gonna let that rice sit in that hot water, soak up all that water, and then we can eat our rice. What kind did I get? I grabbed Mexican rice. So when I grabbed. So that's what we're doing. Right there, nice and easy, nice and simple. One thing about this Pathfinder cup is definitely the lid's a little hard to come off, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. We want to stir this stuff a lot because it is a stainless steel cup, so it will stick at the bottom if you're not careful. But we're actually going to put this back on the top. And then we're going to just put our lid on like that. How's my boys? How's my boys? How's my boys? Baby. How's my baby? What's she? I'm not gonna sit here and bore you to death, but it is done. It looks amazing, tastes amazing. Pierre's gonna get some here in a minute. But that concludes our little video. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I showed you this really fast. It is pretty easy to do. 4 sticks, bottom of the ground. Next time I do this, I definitely want to lower my pot down a little bit when it's windier. The closer it is to the ground, I think the better it's gonna be. I didn't realize how much the wind affected it, but the heat got blown all over the place. So that's just something to think about and to change. So I hope you learned something. I definitely did today. So let me know if you want me to do this again and use bigger sticks next time. I love those little bags. All right. I'm not gonna eat in front of you. So, see you all in the next video. It's so good. It's so good. I buy these at Walmart, just to let you know. Highly recommend you go get these. Super good. Go ahead, right there.